A new update is here, 7.39, and let's see what are the changes they have made to Invoker. His base damage was very low, so now they have increased it by 4. Damage at level 1 increased from 35 to 41 to 39 to 45. Intelligence gain is decreased, however, from 4.7 to 4.0. Aghanim Scepter no longer grants +2 levels to Facet Center Orb and +1 to others. Now grant only +1 level to all orbs. Remove basic Facet exclusive upgrades, Gold Snap Health and Mana Restoration for Scholar of Coring Selectivity bonus. Attack range for Mind of Tyrannus and Chaos Meteors. Increase size and travel distance for Agent of Galeron. Then what have they done? No longer gains a second additional level from Aghanim Scepter. That's for all of them. No longer restores mana or health. Okay. Aghanim Scepter Cataclysm cooldown increased from 75 seconds to now 90 seconds. Spawn travel for Aghanim increase from 300 to 400. Aghanim Scepter twisted damage per second rescale from 120 to 50 plus 10 times the level of X, I guess, or the damage of X. Aghanim Scepter twisted duration changed from 4 seconds to 3 seconds plus 0.2 second into the level of Quas. Quas needed big changes. Aghanim Shard upgrade moved to Aghanim Scepter and Reworked. Aghanim Scepter makes the skill vector targeted to create a moving ice flow instead of ice wall. After 1.3 delay, the ice flow forms from the center of the target area, creating a 100 waved ice flow in its wake. Enemies that stay in it for longer than 2.5 seconds gets frozen. 2.5 seconds is a lot of time to react to a spell like that, but let's see what else do we have. Aghanim Scepter cast range is 600. Ice flow can freeze the same unit multiple times if they leave the flow and enter it again. Staying the flow would prevent the unit from being rooted again. No longer upgraded with Aghanim Scepter, now upgraded with Aghanim Shard. Increases flow radius by 150 and applies ice wall damage per second to all affected enemies. Ghost Walk and Radiance, maybe, I don't know. Now also grant 1, 2, 3, 10 attack speed per instance, Exort attack damage per instance, increase from 1 to 19 to 2 to 20. Freeze damage also increased by 20. Damage decreased from 150 plus 50 multiplied by Exort level into 1 to 5 plus 50 into Exort level. Duration also rescaled for force spread from 10 to 100 seconds, 24 to 78 seconds. The damage per second interval is now based on the individual unit gaining the debuff rather than on an interval for the entire wall. As a result, the first elements is now applied instantly. That's pretty good. Damage interval also improved from 1 second to 0.5 second. Damage per second rescale also. And wall width now supports AoE bonuses again. Okay, that's good. Level 15 talent, -4 second to Sunstrike when replaced with +1 facet or level. That's pretty good. So whichever facet you select, one of these, you get one more of that at level 10. Yeah, level 15, sorry. That's pretty good. Level 20 electricity damage increase, damage and speed increase. 35 to 35, 30 to 35. Okay, so let's check what is this ice flow or whatever. What is that thing?
What joy it is beholding me. An incantation.
A minute or so now until the game starts. Patience.
Arcade Ice Wall.
This is the normal ice wall. This is a lot more damage, a lot quicker.
Sometimes that's first blood.
Cast upon the tide.
You could never
At last, no
Could never get
headmaster to save you.
a kill like that on that hero
Killing
with
your
just the
foe.
Ice Wall, but now Ice Wall is enough damage.
My life.
Yes, it lasts pretty long too. Okay, now let's upgrade with Agony. Let's see what the Agony does.
Ancient scepter.
Okay, so first of all, you cannot just click on the hotkey of the Ice Wall.
Frigid fortification.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
What's going on down there? Is that a kill
The
spree?
fishes.
Okay, that's a cool spell. Okay. How about we do something like this?
I call upon ice storm.
Greg, you look at that, because that is dominating.
Get frozen?
Tide.
I think he's getting
Killing it out there.
debuffed because
Killing
he's
it. We need a term for what you're doing.
died, of course. Let's try with this guy.
The heart rule
Okay. He walks in again. Frozen again.
my mind for you cross.
The thing is that you need to do it before, because after he comes down he can just roll away like this, and during the roll he's invulnerable. So I think the best thing is to do something like this. And then you're frozen as well. You cannot move.
Unstoppable.
We could
Sad thing
maybe
is, I think they're actually trying.
Insignificant Exort Trionic.
strike as well.
Good work down there. Also, just so you know, I have called the police.
Seems pretty good. Not bad, not bad. And if you have things like this,
Jesus, elements.
It's not time.
again, it's enough time to get out easily with 4-staff and things like that, but it's much better than what it used to be. It's a good thing.
This
And if
one's
you
my
have
favorite.
items like this, it's even better. You can do some combo through that.
Augury of spherical sorcery.
Monster kill.
And I didn't use Hex, but you can use Hex of course too.
G.O.D. got it. Was that a double kill? Hold on. And, yep,
Enlightenment
it checks
stands
out. That
ready.
was a double kill.
Words of power.
Upgrade Sunstrike, upgrade Ice Wall and Ghost Walk. Let's see what the Ghost Walk is like. Now I should apply Ice Wall damage to him. %, spell amplification. What's it's pretty less. Both the same. It's even worse.
Yasha and Kai.
But you can just be annoying like this. So if you have Radiance,
Radiance.
it's much more damage. With amplification as well.
What the hell is happening?
Whosoever drawn from the spell I well remember.
You can be hidden, you come here, you do this.
Witness.
Whoa, yes,
You
that
are
is a
no
double
match
kill.
for my powers. But then,
It's going to be really
who
hard
is?
to get used to it though. To all of the differences, which I like. This kind of complexity is good.
Predict Rex
First,
Ah,
the
scepter.
shard and Agnum is different.
Rex came north with song from the great Wasp wrong from Harlech from the great mystery.
Tornadoes are... Okay, this is still not pretty good.
My memory fails the rich tradition.
The tornadoes are still not pretty good.
Behold! Invoke the elements.
What the hell is happening?
Fools die, as you well know.
Let's check out the damage.
Charming plucked from the arcanery.
Again, let's check out the damage.
Tornado.
First of all, you will get no damage at all. Like, you're taking no damage at all. If the tornado does spawn, you're exactly placed on top of that position, then maybe you'll take some damage. Again, it does not slow you, or it just doesn't do anything else. Nah, it's still a really bad spell. Maybe the point is that because you have shard, you can just, you know,
Spherical sorcery.
pull the enemy into the thing, and then it would be more damage than just it being normal. But no, it's not. I don't think that's good enough damage. But again, it depends. I don't think it's still good as a mid hero with the Vex one. The Quas one is pretty strong now. Even as mid, I feel like it's pretty good, decently good. But the Exort got some nerfs. This is your damage, and you take this +1 facet art level, so the one that you pick, you get one more level on there.
Refresher orb. Ancient scepter.
This is the max damage you can dish out without any neutral items or anything.
Kaya and Sanj.
Just
Yasha
through the
and
sun
Kaya.
strikes, yeah?
Exort Trionic. Son of Celeste.
Usually you do something like this.
You lived. Insipid and
I
ignorant.
think the damage goes more than 4,000. Which is okay, I think. Again, you have to remember that we're using refresher as well.
True. A charming Exort Trionis. Just as I expected.
Because he got debuffed, he lived. Otherwise, this guy has more HP.
Forget not.
I like the ice wall. I like. Double ice wall or what? Does it debuff for each ice wall separately or what?
outlive another.
Okay, definitely this is a nuisance. I'm not really... like, I don't have this in practice, but this is pretty good and annoying with refresher as well. If you have item like this, or don't know if you will go for Lepner over here, but I think you should because it gives you the AoE bonus.
Your middle tower is
Chaos Invoker, the harsh white blade inner ram in light before
And AoE bonus is relevant to all of your spells, including the Meteor and the Ice Wall as well. The Ice Wall also lingers for a few seconds, so that's good. So the Vex gives you movement speed normally, Exort gives you damage, and Quas give you regen. It's back to the classics, so I think that's pretty much it for the changes with Invoker. Let's confirm. We already went through all of that. Damage reduction, the increase of the damage interval of the Ice Wall, which makes this much more relevant. The buffs that were removed were pretty unnecessary and irrelevant in grand scheme of things. So this was irrelevant, this was irrelevant. But no longer has increased size and travel distance is kind of a big nerf if you think about it. Because this was relevant. And this does not get replaced with any kind of buff, but instead it gets other nerf by increasing of the Cataclysm cooldown. Here you can see if they removed these unnecessary buffs, they actually complemented that with some actual meaningful buffs, at least compared to before, right? And Ice Wall and Ghost Walk together is really annoying. So people were getting so slowed with the Ice Wall alone with the axe. So if you Ghost Walk also on top of them, it's really hard for them to move, not gonna lie, unless they use Force Staff. Otherwise they're going to be really messed up, or, well, there's support build, Boots of Bearing. There's always a way to get out of most situations, but this was a very good way to make sure you can get solo kills. Now it's a little bit more harder because the nerfs to the Sunstrike is not good. His landing is normal now, not good, not bad, normal. But it provides you attack speed as well, with the Wax, and that's fine, that's good. But the damage decrease to this actually kind of hurts. It's no longer that strong anymore. You can see 600, 575. So to just get the damage that you used to have, you need to build Kaya. With Kaya, you would have similar damage that you used to have. So that's pretty annoying because Kaya used to be the item that you go for, Yasha Kaya or Sanj Kaya, depending on the situation, to actually amplify the damage that you're already putting out. It was very helpful in the late game. But now, since we don't have the buff of the travel distance and increased size, it's pretty annoying to not have that. And also the Sunstrike cooldown increased so much for the Cataclysm, the Aghanim upgrade. But usually you're doing the refresher thing, so it doesn't matter that much. Your main thing with this is that it goes well with the refresher. So it's still lower or same as a refresher cooldown, so it's not a problem, that much of a problem. But again, so if you're not building refresher, if you're not rushing refresher, then you're in a little bit of a challenging situation to dish as much damage as you used to with Exort. So this Quas thing, I think it's fun. You should try this out if you're an Invoker player. This will be fun to see. This is still not very good. It's still pretty bad. especially because the tornado doesn't slow. I think it would slow it or leech mana or have any kind of secondary effect would be better. Or deals much more damage, because right now it barely tickles, and it's not, the tornado is not like there's not a lot of them. There's only few of them, and they're also, if the enemy is not on top of that tornado, like right in the eye of the storm, it's just not going to dish out any damage at all. And usually you just, like, it's almost a cosmetic axe upgrade, to be honest. There's no significant thing that happens with the Aghanim upgrade. This is absolutely irrelevant. So I hope they fix this, but the Quas thing, well done. Good move over here. Well done over here. Good move over here. Generally good. The max duration decreased a little bit. That's fine. And early duration increased a little bit. It's fine. It allows you to have a little bit more chance to get last hits better. The base damage also increased a little bit, and how much Exort gives you damage also increased a little bit, so it all adds up to having a little bit better lane. But now it's important for you to use Force Spirits. If you're like one of those players who are like, I'm just gonna lane without Force Spirit, you may try to reconsider that, because now it lasts longer, and you need all the damage you can to get the last hits done. Because it's still not perfect, it's still not great, but it's much better. But I think the removal of this was really unnecessary. This doesn't directly increase the DPS, but it indirectly helps make this spell more effective, even though it looked pretty abnormal. So they should have done something with the visual clarity, that this is the upgraded Chaos Meteor or something like that. It should be the Shard upgrade, right? It could be, you could even make this a Shard upgrade instead of the one that Invoker has for this, because right now Invoker has that you spawn a Forge Spirit. I don't know, maybe that will nerf Invoker further, because that is also not that bad, especially when enemies really stacked up together. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of this being removed. Other things, I think they're decent, the changes are decent. And someone who, again, actually understands the hero generally, compared to back in the day, for many years, especially since they made Invoker universal, it was really bad. Making him a right clicker, that was terrible. But now, as we're going back to the roots, I think removing of these two are absolutely fine. Removing of this doesn't feel right, because otherwise then it is just Cataclysm guy with the axe. These two needs improvement. The Aghanim of this, and this Aghanim is fine, but you need something to replace this. You don't want this, do something else. Maybe make Chaos Meteor stun for 1 second or 0.5 second or something like that, or anything really. Or increase the burn rate, something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to spend a lot more time than I already have going through and suggesting, but something needs to be done with the Chaos Meteor, and something needs to be done with the Axe of Tornado. That's my suggestion. That's all. That's pretty much it for all the changes to Invoker in the new gameplay update 7.39. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. Take care. See you guys next time.